Hello and welcome to Camp Xbox. Recently, Xbox Game Studios and the Coalition released Gears of War Reloaded, another remaster of the 2006 Xbox 360 classic. I was interested in checking it out, and Xbox gave me a code to review here on the channel. It was a gift, but I wasn't paid, and I want to let you know that all opinions in this video are my own. I played through it in co-op, and I want to tell you how I felt about it in a short review. All footage was captured off of a PC and Xbox Series X, and I'd like to thank my YouTube channel members for their support. But let's go ahead and hop into this one.
I expect you to give me 110%, Phoenix.
I'm not doing this for you.
Gears of War was first released in 2006 and to me is a classic, push-starting the cover-based shooter system that was so popular in its generation and had an awesome multiplayer mode that overthrew Halo 2 from the top of the Xbox Live charts upon release. Even going back to the classic, I still find it to be a fun shooter with a great environment with a great horror feeling. About 9 years after that, we got Gears of War Ultimate Edition, a remaster for Xbox One consoles that refined the game with a polished look. Now 10 years after that, and 19 years since the series started, we got Gears of War Reloaded, a remaster of a remaster. My biggest question going into this was, why didn't they remake 2 and 3, or maybe just 2? Those games deserve it way more than a game that has already received the remaster treatment. Well, I do have an answer to that. The biggest selling point for this game was that it was releasing on the PS5. The PlayStation consoles have never seen a Gears of War game, and I think this is serving as a primer for E-Day, which is the upcoming Gears game, which is more likely than not making it to the PS5. It's interesting because the PlayStation got a physical version of this game, and the Xbox only got digital. This is from the perspective of someone who played the remaster in 2015, not an opinion of maybe a PlayStation gamer who's never touched the franchise before, which going in is going to be a completely different experience for them. As someone who has played Ultimate and the original, this felt like a retread that added little to the experience, making it a not worthwhile return to the original game. This is an upgraded version of the Ultimate Edition, featuring a stronger frame rate and slightly improved visuals. It does have great crossplay features, which adds more players, which is nice. Gameplay stays, and nothing is added into this game to make it anything special. Luckily, if you did buy the Ultimate Edition, you do get a free copy of Reloaded, so it is nice that they're giving it away for free to previous owners. But as an Xbox gamer, I don't think this is an exciting upgrade by any means, unless you're looking for cross-play support.
Look dead to me.
The game itself is still fun, and I played through it on Insane with co-op. The coolest part of this experience was that I played on an Xbox while someone else played on PC using crossplay. I had plenty of fun, and at its core, Gears of War is an entertaining game, especially with someone else. Gears is a story-focused game where you go through multiple chapters, and it does set pieces really well. Every moment feels like something huge, from shooting troikas from the top of buildings to traveling in the minecarts and tunnels. Gears is always doing something crazy, and the way it's laid out keeps the action going and strong. Linear in design, it does a good job of having a strong energy from chapter to chapter. In 2006, the way they designed the co-op experience and how you split off in the different paths are inspired. Shooting and cover action remain strong, and it's tough. The enemy AI is strong, and they will run at you from cover. So it's not a sit and wait type of game. You're constantly on the move, and I find that to be invigorating for a cover-based shooter. I do think the layouts for the cover feel incredibly staged, but this would improve as the series went on. Though the AI is strong for the enemies, your teammates' AI is still pretty bad. They treat themselves like they're invincible, and they will run in areas to die instantly. Luckily, in co-op, it's not as bad because you'll have another player, but anytime you're doing the 4-man levels, you're gonna see a lot of death. Overall, the game is a bit buggier than I remember. It mainly consisted of chapter checkpoint issues. So this game has a system where if you walk ahead, the second player will teleport to you, which for one, could be really disorienting, but two, sometimes sometimes it wouldn't work. Things like doors would close and it would be impossible to move on, and then we would have to reset the chapter. The biggest bug we encountered was in the Berserker section, where the chase leads outside and then the doors become blocked. While my second player did get teleported outside, but then the Berserker was stuck inside behind the closed off wall, so we were unable to move on. You can easily fix this just by resetting the chapter, but the fact that checkpointing is this broken to have happened 3 different times seems like a bit of a problem. Yet despite it all, we did have fun. The core shooting mechanic and action sequences feel giant and are a blast. And throw in an incredible musical score that doesn't go for action cliches and does some really fun and interesting things. Also, this game is the best it's ever looked. Environmental destruction and the bleakness of the world are fantastic. Blood and gore are on full display and character animations are solid. On the PC we were using, running at a really high frame rate, it looks great and it's an excellent way to play this game. Throw in that Versus is back, and from what I played, I had a good time. Yet, as usual, people are insane at this game and it was tough, but fun.
They're everywhere! Got another! Whoa!
At its core, it's still a good game. Don't get me wrong. It's a great co-op story experience, and one that, if you've never played, is worth checking out. It has quirks of the era, but I still think it stands out as something special. Yet, as someone who has played Ultimate, this felt like nothing worth returning to. Just an update to a remaster released 10 years later, adding nothing to the experience. A new achievement list and better frame rate did not get me excited to play through this game again. Playing this, I just felt like I had played this not that long ago. In my eyes, if you've played the Ultimate version, you have no reason to play this unless you're absolutely dying to replay Gears. It's free if you've already bought Ultimate though, so it's nothing worth complaining about too much. They at least had the courtesy not to force people to pay for the same game again. I would be more likely to recommend this if it had Gears 2 Ultimate Edition, so we have an excuse to replay that game in an updated format. This feels put together to get more PlayStation sales for E-Day when that comes out, which I understand, but I do feel like it needed something extra here, like a new mode, so Xbox gamers had something new to enjoy. Yet with the fact that there was no physical Xbox release, it feels like people that have stuck with Xbox for a long time were not the primary focus here, which I do think is a bit disappointing. Gears of War Reloaded is something I can only recommend to newcomers, but the people returning to it, I think you'll have a good time, but you're gonna get nothing substantial out of it. It's just an upgrade to a 10-year-old remaster and nothing worth getting your hopes up for. But maybe you loved this, maybe you hated it. Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the review. It really helps me out in the algorithm. Subscribe to keep up with more retro Xbox content, and check out my second channel, Camp Extras, for more gaming content. And I want to give a huge shout out to my YouTube channel members. Thank you so much for your support. You really help out the channel, and I'll see you here next time at Camp Xbox.